Hello, hello. Host going a little bit late. Sorry about that. We have a lot to test today. We'll continue with the shield support build. I figured out some mistakes I was doing, some pretty big mistakes with the skills and the well, gear is gonna stay the same, but because the sets we have to change a few things. And I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier, but you can't actually run the armor buff if you play Arcanist Shield support. Not since subclassing. Previously you'd run it for the major resolve, of course, but the Cruxen is actually a downside, interestingly. Same with the Cruxen on the healing soul, you shouldn't have that. So we're gonna change a few things. If we get through the loading screen. Hey Amir, how you doing? Hello, hello. We probably start with the PvE stuff though. Just gonna quickly speedrun those. I'm gonna explain what I was doing wrong last stream while doing that, I guess. There's some couple of very easy improvements, but I also want to try a few different skills. Because you can have a damage shield on the you could run a 2H as a healer and do the smash damage shield that gives minor vitality. It's maybe not the best idea, but in theory it works. The other one would be just the rest of stuff and the scribing skill, because that also gives minor vitality. It's probably better. So you have too many abilities anyway, so if you have a skill that you can't really cast when you don't have any allies nearby, that's fine. Because you have a billion other abilities you want to cast. Hey Priot, how you doing? Change did you make? I didn't change it yet, but I know what I want to change. So if you run a Hierophant, you shouldn't actually use Rune Mend if you wanna support your team. It's only the affected allies that gain the effect, right? And if you cast Rune Mend, you only do it on like one person at a time. But if you use Chakram as your like spammable burst defense, then you apply it to 4 people. Because the main, you can use the buff, but you don't really spam it, right? If you spam Chakram, then you rotate through the heroism and the damage shield and the major protection, and you give it to 4 people every time. Like, even if they're kind of far away. Hey Didum, how you doing? Hello from work. Oof, feels bad, man. Am I, not bad, not bad. Doing alright. Had a revelation yesterday. Of course, right as I was trying to sleep, I was thinking of like how to improve the build, and I had to check a billion things in build editor on my phone, and insomnia strikes again. But yeah, Chakram's way more efficient. Also, you don't want to run the armor buff. It runs into the same issue. If possible, you want to run armor buff from another skill line, because you don't have the limitation here. Like, you just generate Crux every 5 seconds, right? Now, what if you want to get the minor heroism? You have 2 Crux and you get a Crux from the armor buff. Well, you don't get the minor heroism anymore. by using Chakram. Now you get the major protection. So you skip the one of the buffs because of the armor buff. So I think it's probably way more efficient to get armor buff from another skill line. We can still keep Sword of Apocrypha for the Rune Ward and Rune Guard and everything else. But you don't want to run the armor buff, I think. That's another big sense. We can do something like Shadow, for example, could be interesting. Because we can get the, first of all, bar space for a banner, which is actually buffed for this build. Because you can only generate 1 crux with it, right? And you need 1 crux for the damage shield. And if you generate any more crux with the banner, it doesn't generate crux anymore, it gives you ulti. And that ulti is gonna mean more gibberings, right? So it's actually a pretty good thing. All weapon buffs on against on a healer isn't the worst thing though. On a heroism though makes sense. Yeah, we have also the like double barred your wolves, which means that did I do the I did. Which means that we get more duration on the heroism and protection, so it's kind of like even more important to just keep applying those to allies. Should get even more value. For the Kesselton, after Skokra wants the Brilliant title. Wait, where do you get what's the Brilliant title? Where's that from? Oh, Black Sim Foundry. Oh, I've heard some things about that one. Apparently, it's like the most difficult one. Like the last boss is, shall we say, interesting. Okay, just gonna speedrun the dailies and we'll try the changes of that.
Best to put your nose to the grindstone.
Wooden skill and best build.
This is war, and I need all hands to make sure our forces have what they need for a fight, whatever that may be. Those worm cultists won't escape the Stirk Fellowship this time.
Hey, was recorded. P3 soundtrack not nominated for a Grammy. Yeah, but I think it's because of the like they only nominate games that released like before a certain date. So I think it's still like 2024 games mostly, or like early 2025. The only thing that makes sense. Someone wrote that. I saw the news as well. Coral Area is the hardest. Even more difficult than Black Sam Foundry. Well, I haven't done either one, so I can't comment. Probably the biggest thing you noticed Fluffy Shield support differed from yours is AoE shield output. Use a lot of Runement and Shielding Soul. Yeah, I don't know if I want to use Shielding Soul, but how else do you get major vitality?
We can't leave the camps undefended.
That's the problem.
We need more vitrified souls. Your still isn't
Yeah, I wanna focus more on AoE. It's more reliable as well. Very often if you try to like rely on single target stuff, because you build around max health, right? Your heals and shields, they just go on teammates. And then you die. It's not very fun. I think you can avoid that if you do like more of an AoE approach. Weather is important, but usually prioritize group show ability over buff in a few. targeting scams you a lot, yes. That's why I was thinking of maybe just not even doing the major vitality. But not sure. So you could have, like you get half of major vitality if you do minor vitality, right? And you always get that for yourself, it lasts longer too from the buff. You do something like hit the rest of stuff skill, for example. Hey, Tricky, how you doing? Hello. Today going, man? So far so good. Doing some dailies at the moment, but wanna test some build changes soon. I'm doing great, thank you for asking. Hope you are as well. Latina, how you doing? Hello. Won't drop it fully, to be honest. Good for pocket healing and on yourself. Yeah, but I mean, you would use the chakram very often, right? But that's the thing about if you try to heal yourself, it just goes on teammate. Goes through walls and stuff. That's the problem. Like you think you heal yourself or give yourself the shield, and it just goes to some 20k health on the other side. Then you're very, very dead. Of course. Great, thank you, Desi. We got better sleep last night. Slightly better. Got some build ideas right as I was trying to sleep, but I did sleep like maybe 7 hours. Maybe less, 6 hours, something like that. More than 3, it's progress. To floor BT map, you can shield people below. Yeah, it always goes through walls, I think. It's kind of broken. When 20-hour sleep day. Oof, that doesn't sound healthy. Sometimes I sleep like extra to try to compensate, but I'm not sure if that's a good thing. About to go to bed. Oh yeah, it's late over there, right? I just well, I didn't just wake up, but like not too long ago. Sleeping settles a mess. It's better than 3. Got 3 last night. Oh no. That sucks. You're one day, 13 hours the next. 8 hours sleep average. Yeah, that's how I think, like, okay, I just compensate the next day, right, and I get the right average overall, but I don't think human body works like that. Like, you stop getting benefit from sleep after, like, a certain number, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, we're done with the dailies. Hey, Meister, how you doing? More rest. Can pre-buff sleep? I don't think you can. Be nice if you could, though. Only faster is right there. Yeah, we have a couple of easy changes, but I also want to try things like the maybe 2-8 skill, like you get a damage skill from smash as well. I think the radius is the problem with that one though, not even the cast time. It's a cone that you have to aim on allies if you want to shield them. I'm not sure how well that's gonna work. But I want to see the tool too. Okay, nice. Just missing 4 of the shards now. Smash a base skill. It's a really funny one, but I do wish it was a little bit better. If it had more radius, I think it could be decent. Like slightly longer range and more radius, and it could be okay. Like, it's not even the cast time, that's the problem. Cast time allows you to land the next ability faster, so you can use to your advantage as well. Can wish the smash taunt was an AoE? Of course not, Sos doesn't want AoE taunts. Would be pretty good for PvE, I think. Yeah, I think the biggest downside is that you'd have to run 2-8s if you did the smash damage shield, but still want to check the tool tip. We poke for vengeance. Wait, why vengeance? It's like Oaken to run 2H back bar for AoE taunt. Isn't it kinda risky though because of the cast time? I guess we do the dailies. But this one has to go. Runement is Garbo. Armor buff Garbo. I think Living God, like Living Death, we also dropped that. And we go Shadow. Gate also really bad because you generate Crux. Because you generate Crux, that means that you don't get the like full effects of Hierophant. Like you switch the front bar, you have 3 Crux, you don't actually get the heroism. Or the damage shield. I think the damage shield is quite noticeable as well. You get what, 2k shield? Like doubles the tooltip of your chakram. Could I use the other move? Or almost doubles in. We have to also change the food buff to Bewitched Fused Chakram. It's way too weak at the moment. Senas we keep. It's probably gonna be here. I think we dropped the trample as well. Keep Conti on the maybe no Conti actually. It can be the Mender's Sword. So we could have Major Vitality, Minor Vitality. And this could be Banner. It's gonna be the Shadow Ultimate, so we get 5% max health. We get another 5% on back bar from running Phantasmalize game. Also gets us Major Evasion, Snare and Root Removal. We probably have to go Swift Chivalry, because we won't have any Expedition, and we can't run the gate. Or the portal. So a couple of other changes. Shadow, yeah, but only for the max health. Not for any other reason. You don't actually use it. Hey River, how you doing? Oh, Vanguard, major, like Aviton, yeah, that would be funny, but then you think about it and it's a melee skill with a cast time. And you take more damage from everyone you Vanguard taunted. I don't know how well you would survive after that. Might be a bit problematic. I was also thinking of doing Vampire and Vamp Train. So you get to Gibbering and just Vamp Train afterwards. So if you're missing health after Gibbering, you get health back with the Vamp Train and you build the next Gibbering. Could also be an option, but... Let's see the other ideas first. Shadow also gets you more health regen. And just more regions in general. But health regen with the Cave Cities is really nice. Cave Cities, and do we get it from... we also get it from the Zenas. So we get a lot of health regen actually. I guess we pick this one just to level it. It's not like we do any damage, so... Doesn't matter which morph, like I'm never gonna use it. Some cooking, Jesse? Yes, we're fixing the shield support build. I have some pretty good ideas for this. I figured out why it was not really working last time. Like using Rune Mend is a big problem, for example. And Shadow gets us the armor buff, so we get the major evasion as well. We were missing that previously. We get some free dodge souls. Just have to change a few things. Oh, here also like the damage reduction is not that important. I think you want the heal over times. Did I change the morph? I didn't try. Is there anything else we need to change? It's not leveled, but should be fine. If you do banner, that's gonna be cost reduction. Like everything here is kinda expensive, so that should be good value as well. Do we keep Spite Ward or do we do Impervious? Spite Ward is probably still fine. And we don't run anything else here. Although you could, if you drop the banner, This could be another shadow ability, more max health. Previous, I mean, I can try it, but we get 1.4 seconds of the big shield after all. But the other shield is gonna be smaller. Instead of a 7k shield, you get 3k shield. It's like half size. They should have never nerfed the Impervious, I think. I don't know. I don't think it was that OP. Or at least not by like that much. Like it's just sad for the shield that you get afterwards. But we can try. We can try. Do I have bewitched on this? No. Okay, add-on is bugged. Could just buy some.
You looking for?
Quantities, that's probably fine. Buy 40 of them, should be fine. Now what we do is we check some tooltips. Small changes to your tank so you can run AoE Vigor while hitting Rescue. Just help out a bit. Yeah, the more, especially in PvE, the more cross heals you have, the easier it gets. We can also run contingency instead of the Vigor. It's also an option. Allows you to keep the minor resolve as well, while providing more like group support. Because you can have Conti with heal over time, which we actually gotta do on this character. Oh, right, powerful. Yeah, in that case you need Vigor. And that's very legit. Everyone is eating with insane bow procs. Impervious helps a lot. Yeah, if you cast Impervious the moment there's a bow proc incoming, but it's only 1.4 seconds on the big shield. Like if you're spamming it's fine, but I think if you spam it you run out of resources eventually. And then once you run out of resources and there's a bow proc, you're dead. But I'll try it. Do we wanna... Strange health? I don't think that's good. Unless like this proc the gibbering. If this proc gibbering it would be interesting. Because then you wouldn't need any dots on you to pocket, but... I don't think it does, it's like Oblivion damage. So this damage reduction is an option, but I think what we do is just the cost reductions. To the bill sent. Give me luck, fellas. Well, hopefully a human answers it and not some bot. I wish you good luck. Can run Conti for minor vuln on bosses we burn, so pretty much every boss except last in Castle Tone, because start doing that. Yeah, that would be also very helpful, I think. Here I think you want custom. It would be really nice to get the like damage shield here, for example. So you get more duration on that. But it has to be class mastery, I think. We get minor currents, we get minor heroism, we get the minor regions, we get resolve. So it's either Berserk for a group buff or one of these, and I think we go for Brutality and Sorcery. Because we still have some scaling on like the heal over times, and we're gonna have heal over time on the Conti and on the Healing Soul poly as well. What else do we have? Not a lot actually. Major Brutality and Sorcery also doesn't do too much. Three days for us to answer your ticket on if Goons at Noon is an okay guild name. They said no. Of course they did. What is your spiciest setup you feel? Kinda depends on what I wanna do, but for healing, so far this Siphoning Nightblade is the strongest one by far. It's just broken. I was doing 16k heals, burst heals, while having 40k armor, I think it was. Or was it 40k? No, I don't think it was that much, like only 38 or something like that. Having that infinite sustain with cleanse, I had the restoring light on that now, and a rune and perma blocking and 97% block mitigation. That was very very balanced. Damage one Acuity Decay for just for damage, just for killing things. Poly Acuity Decay. But also stem decay is also really good if people know how to survive the Acuity Decay. If they like streak away and hold block and do everything correctly, they can still die to the stem decay. So in some cases the stem decay is better because you have so much dot pressure on that. So kinda depends. But if you just wanna play like open world, for example, and survive and gank people, the bow blade's really good because you have streak and cloak and really good sustain, and you can guess the death stance while invis and just absorb all the dot damage and reflect bow procs and any range damage thrown at you, and still just one-shot people with the Scam Demise streak combo. So kinda depends on the situation. Okay, so I wanted to check the 7.5k shield. How much is... Oh, it doesn't scale based on max health. Right? It's the only way to explain that. That's terrible. Yeah, I don't think we do that one. We need to buy the Mender's Sword thing. And this needs to be something else than Crux if we keep the Healing Soul. It's kinda garbage heal. I don't know if this stacks, if you can do Anchorage Potency on both of them. I think you can, right? Oh wait, no, I don't have it on anything else at the moment. Yeah, so I could do more ults and as polygon. Yeah, because we get ulti from the banner automatically, and then like every time you cast the Warding Soul, you would get all the 4 ulti every 5 seconds. That's poly worth it. Just a little bit worried about the heal over time, so won't have that many. It's also Mac region, while sorted, it's 10%. Kinda makes up for the cost actually, kind of. Also Rune Guard, I need a tracker for that. I need a way to see if I have the burst heal active. And not here, but like a big icon here. Because I think that's a big issue that I don't always notice it. This needs to be swift. I think, because we won't have the portal or any mobility skill really. This could be Steed even, instead of Atra. More health regen, we have... much health regen do we get? We get the Major Fortitude, Minor Fortitude, 15% from Shadow. We get like plus 60% at least, and the Heavy Armor. 12%, so 72% to gauge cities. Pretty decent, I'd say. So we still have space, because I can drop the trample and contingency can be something else. So I think the rest of skills better because you get minor vitality. So we get that one at least, and Conti could be on the back bar. Like I could get the crit sense, even though I don't really... I can crit the heal on Rune Ward, I suppose. Wait, doesn't that make crit sense better than brutality and sorcery? Because we have nothing that scales based on weapon spell damage. Like actually nothing. That's health scaling, this is health scaling, this is stam and magicka scaling. And that's funny. I've never played a build that has 0 abilities that scale based on weapon spell damage. Or maybe the Mender's voting will scale based on that. Actually check that. Mender spawned. Let's see, that's 1.4 roughly. And with the buff, it would be still 1.4. So wait, this also doesn't scale based on... the weapon spell damage, right? So we gain plus 500 and it stays at 1.3. Is this also health scaling then? It must be, right? Yeah, sadly you don't get the shields yourself, I think. 880, so that one scales probably based on... Yeah, this one scales based on weapon spell damage. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if this one procs gibbering. The transfer damage. That's probably not 30. This one's also interesting, 437 like reflect damage. If I had a little bit more stats, 186. I wonder how big the tooltip can get, if you have like 7k weapon spell damage or 8k. We'd also have snare and root immunity, we already have that. But this goes on the target, right? I don't know if it's when you cast it or if it's every second. I think it's every second if I'm not mistaken. That's kind of strong. Yeah, we do the damage shield, I think. Also I need to check if the shield here scales based on max health or not. 2.6 and 2.6 I think it's health scaling. 3.7 3.3, so this is weapon spell mass scaling. Interesting. Okay, so shield is locked in. This poly doesn't affect yourself, sadly. Would be a lot of regen otherwise. Immunity to CCs. It's only after, like 3 seconds after you cast it, right? Fraction is a terrible idea. I think you used to do the damage cells, right? And obviously minor vitality. Do the ally and allies in the link, but not for yourself, right? That's kind of what I was worried about. Let's see. Yeah, you don't get it yourself. It sucks. It really sucks. And there's no like growing impact or anything to get it. Yeah, no. But it's probably still worth it. Force is pretty nice as final buff. It can be, but there's a lot of people running... Well, there should be a lot of people running blind, because it's a good set. Like Race Against Time is very popular. I don't know. And this could honestly, it could be Vamp Train. And I make this the crit buff instead. Major Potato Sorcery is literally useless for us. It does absolutely nothing. Don't need that buff. Or I do Trample with Terrorism. I'm very tempted to do the Vamp Train. Intrail, how you doing? Hello, hello. Oh. Wait, have I... I've been playing without resto passives. And I don't have skill points. Fuck. Well, mistakes were made. Was missing some healing. Was missing major mending after heavies. Blocking, like max sustain. Ay, ay, ay. Oops. Big oops. Oh, wait, I could run altar. Because the idea is to not have any like short duration buffs. I already have a billion of them. Right now we can kind of rotate these. I just dump the crux on the Impervious. Spam Chakram. If I'm low on magic I can do the Healing Soul. I can do Healing Soul to get the Vitality as well. Also I need to test one thing here. What happens if you just get in combat? Do I get anything from... No, right, I didn't get this shield. Now we do. Now you get the minor heroism and you get the protection. So 0 crux you get no value out of Hierophant. Which is why the banner is so good. Because you can get 1 crux. 1 crux is fine. If you get more than 1 crux, then you skip out on the buffs of Hierophant. And again, like if you use Runement, it's means that you kind of want to stack the weapon spell damage again. That means that you won't apply the buffs to everyone, only to one target. So Chakram is huge value. So I had this one previously. I need to get some skill points. I did not expect this. Do I have any easy ones? Probably in Solstice, right? No, I already got all of them. Fuck. Ay, ay, ay. As long as I've gotten the sky shots everywhere. Like maybe speedrun some Craglorn, Delve ones. But I need a lot of skill points. Unless I wanna fully respec and get rid of things. Which, to be fair, I could do. I can just do the skill points after stream or something. Can lose a bit of gold. Does he any idea for stammed melee? I have the kind of range build at the moment, the animal companions build with areas, but I do have a melee build idea too, yes, which would be to run Rush of Agony with Conti and the Warden class script on Conti. And then maybe you could do like Rush of Agony backbar with Lotus Fan. When you do that, you have a fun little combo. So the moment you, like, where you gap close is where you get the circle, and you like root people with the Conti and put the class script down. They're pretty much guaranteed CC'd or pulled by the rush, and because they get pulled very likely, you could maybe run, maybe Gerenzi front bar could be interesting. So you gap close and then you drop the like lightning flood, because you would run storm calling anyway. That could be interesting. You could do like Winter's Embrace, do Northern Storm before that. That could be cool. In 16k gold, that's insane. Or can I have... What if I get rid of all the stuff I don't use? Maybe this works. Yeah, that should do it, I think. Perdito, thank you for the follow. Thank you. When you tank could drop Plummet for Conti Hill plus Fern, then it replaces Winters with Soldier of Apocryphum. Maybe. Could be good. I see a lot of tanks running the or PvE tanks running the Soldier of Apocrypha. Agony plus, yeah, I think Monomyth would be best in shot on that. Some people do that with Sharks, but I really like the idea of Northern Storm when you do that combo. Because you can run Baylog and pre-proc the Baylog. Get a ton of extra damage. Okay, this should do it. So now we have the rest of passives, should help a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, frontset is the kind of like with the question mark on that. But I think Gerenzi could be interesting. Gerenzi is a lot of damage if you can stack people in it. If you get 2 ticks of Gerenzi, it's more damage than Win the Bone, for example. It's this said. Because that's on like garbage stats right now, that's 10k over 5 seconds or 2k, right? Win the Bone is, I think, probably like 4k. Yeah, it's 2.6, so 2 ticks of Gerenzi already does more damage than Win the Bone. You get one tick insta, kinda guaranteed. And most likely when you have the Warden Charm with the Snare and you have Rush of Agony pool, most likely you're gonna land at least 2 ticks, maybe 3. So like that could be interesting. You also get more burst damage from the Lightning Flood, it's really hard. New set? Kinda new. It was from the previous dungeon DLC, right? Oh, not the previous one, but the one before that. It's from Exiled Redoubt. Very interesting set. Back 2 weeks ago to ESO. Oh yeah, so you probably didn't see the that dungeon DLC then. Hey Dunkel, how you doing? I've been blasting BDs, nice. Glad to hear. BDs can be fun. But they're usually fun, like compared to Serial for me at least. Because some days when it's not too fun, but so it's alright. Yeah, the matchmaking is usually the #1 complaint in BDs. So I have to change this to crit. Keep everything else the same. And on Conti we could have... if you do Conti back bar, I think this should be heal over time then. Or should it? Actually damage reduction maybe. So we could have minor force on that too. The other buffs we already have. So it would be only best option there, but... What about the Vamp train? The problem is that if you do Vamp, we also make this more expensive. So I'm not too sure about that one. We have one space basically. It could be Conti. Because you can always cast Conti and just go to front bar and get like double shields, right? Yeah, it's probably best option. Get the damage reduction as well. And minor force for them. Because this is to allies as well, right? I think. Yeah, I think we have all we need. Can give this a try. Could also be something like meditate, but I don't know. Because meditate's a non-scaling heal. You need weapon spell mass to get good healing from it. Could do that to get the resource back, but I never really get good value out of meditate. Oh wait, I need Swift. We still need Swift. Maybe there should be Soul Burst actually. So you can have minor expedition on that. That would be Giga. Or maybe not. You have Old Shen on the signature and minor expedition, but no, I think we keep the minor force. Because I like doing this into this. With 2 shields. But yeah, this can't be protected. We have no expedition at the moment. Probably check if I have any Swift rings before anything else. No, only the protective ones. But then this necklace, do I have a Swift one? No, okay, so we can transmit that. Can be a little bit squishier, but that's fine. Time to visus that, yeah, it happened to me last stream, I think. Was it Tomatore who bombed me? It might have been Tomatore. He was in the opponent team. Curious, those scripts that you get from BDs are limited cam. You can keep getting them if you keep doing BDs. The class scripts? You can only get them once per day from BDs. If I recall correctly. Once per day from BGs, and I think R&Ds used to be like you could spam them to get more, but I think only once. You get 4 of them if you do an arena like Sun or Maelstrom. I think you get 4 of them. If you mean the class scripts that you get. The affix things also once per day. If you mean those. Oh, also I need to switch to Steed Mundus. I think Steed Mundus is kinda secret OP on the bill, or is going to be. Because you have so much health regen and modifiers for health regen. Affix the ones that enhance skills. Affix is the wait, let me see if I still have the add-on. I do. So affix is what you can put on the scribing skill, like this, the buff that you get. You have focus script, you have signature script, and then the affix script. And affixes they drop from was it? If I was missing it, it would tell me where I get it, but I think it was from. Was this from BG Daily? I forget where you got those, but some of them you get from, like, you can find them in a certain location, some of them you get from quests. The one that gives resource on Healing Soul, that's Druids, you can find it in one of the major skills. It's not very good though, like you don't really use burst heal enough to get good value out of it. So usually it's not really optimal. Yeah, this add-on is very, very useful if you're farming them. It's called Script Tracker. PS5, you have add-ons on consoles nowadays. I don't know if that one is one of them though. Or if you have a similar one. Not too familiar with the console add-ons. Really limited? Oh. That sucks. What do I need? I need the Yorvul swing. Swift. And we get the Steed Mundus and we're good to go. Can't even look all the account items. Oh, so you don't have the inventory inside. That sucks. That's a really nice add-on to have. Stepped into the interface.
Speak with me.
By the way, the funny thing about this, about the voting bond here is that I think we get the Yorvuls on this too. So all of the shields, they have longer duration. I wonder if they stack. I have like 0.4 seconds of double shield from the skill. That'd be interesting. And hopefully the health regen is gonna be enough to. to heal any dot pressure basically, or any oblivion damage. Still should be enough mag reason after all of this. There we go. Now we go zoom zoom. Nice. Let's go ruin some BGs. We have 3k health reason without even buffing up. It's crazy. And deathmatch. It's 1.6 game PvP. It's without the major multitude. What do we have? I don't know many people in this PG. How much magic is this? It's 3k, that's quite a lot. Hey Daitan, how you doing? It's going, not bad, not bad. Changed the shield connect quite a bit. Made some improvements. I know Vigar is, just get the ward on him. I didn't check the sigils. Oh, there's no sigil here. They probably got sigils. I don't know if they got damage sigil. I'm gonna bubble, just in case. Now we spam the chakrams, give some big quick buffs. I should cast one chakram when at 3 crux, so we get the major protection for team as well. Okay, you're not allowed to die. Here, have a bubble. Let's negate. Okay, stam sustain's a bit rough. But if stam sustain's rough, then I can just spend the other shields, right? And get rid of snares and roots with that. Okay, this feels kinda strong, but it's hard to say based on this PG. Just wait out the CC here, don't need to break it. Need to test more BGs, of course, to properly judge this one. Do you have a bot now? Must be doing resto heavies, I think. Foxy, how you doing? I just wish I could see some numbers. Because I'm gonna have like 0 healing here. Yeah, 0k healing. I'm a healer, by the way. Fuck users, like why can't you fix this? This feels so unsatisfying to play because of the leaderboard. Or the shield's not counting. I feel scammed. Because I think we're doing something. But like the game makes you feel like you're doing nothing, you know? Oh, but wait, I can be like... It's like camouflage actually when you think about it. Like if you're in a BG, and opponent team is like, okay, we're gonna focus the healer, and they see that you have 0 healing, they're not gonna attack you. And then you can just freely heal people. It's actually genius. Why didn't I think of that? No! He died through all of the healing? Really? Oh, they figured out, I think. I think they figured out the secret. He dies through the heals there. I do have a gibbering again. I should be using gibbering more. I'm not really doing that enough. No, dude. Why? What is damaging me? I'm behind the fucking wall. Okay, we're fine. I could also keep burning there. Ah, okay. I don't think we can tank the whole team. Can definitely not tank the whole team. What the fuck? I do have some damage. I'm dead here if I don't get out of the stun. On the wrong bar, we're fine. Some negates, I'm kinda annoying position. Can do keepering here, maybe tank some damage here for the team. I can't save him. Okay, well. GG. They don't pay attention, they won't know who is healing. Yeah, exactly. They did figure out at some point, but... 0, 0, 0, 60k damage and 0 healing. Perfect. Perfect score. I feel like some undercover agent at the moment. By the way, all of this is way stronger in CPU. I think that's one of the problems with shield support is that you scale infinitely more in CPU. So you have 10% cost reduction and you have 15% stronger shields. Secret healing, yeah. The usual bow procs and overloads. 8.5k heavy. What the fuck? Oh, this poly sigil, right? Poly damage sigil. There was some LA explosions too. Yeah, there's no shot that this is without sigil. Two people with LA expo, actually. Yeah, no, I need to do more BGs with this. Sustain's a bit sketchy at times. But I think it's because I'm kinda casting the wrong things.
You there. The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
All of this is AoE, so we can kind of figure out the amount of heals we do. Except Rune Water. And Rune God and the Glyph. It's 51.2%. And that was 711k on ourselves. Oh, no, the total healing was 50% of that, 350k. And because all of this is AoE, well, Warding Soul is not. It's probably mostly going to ourselves. Same with the Conti, but the Chakrams, for example, they go to teammates all the time. So 40%. That was probably over 1 mil healing. And top damage in that PG was like, what was like 1 mil on the opponent team? In our team was 500k, so they had more damage in the opponent team. For sure. Yeah, I also need to sub the tracker for Rune Guard with hyper tools. Because that's actually our biggest, besides Rune Ward, that's our biggest self-heal. It's 12k told him. Rune Ward also 12k. Oh, nice, we have Jaren. We follow Jaren around, easy. So he's gonna get Major or Force. Minor Girds, Minor Regions. And Giga Damage Shields. Also, how much was Health Regen? Max tick 2.1. It's alright, every 2 seconds you get 2k heal. Basically. Probably helped a little bit.
I can taste victory.
I should mark Jaren it so I can find him. Oh, rip. Casting the wrong things. Where's Gerent? From behind, I think? Yep. I can't cast the fucking beam though. Why is it not going off? They figured out that I'm healing, I think. And I didn't have Rune Guard. You see, like, you always need to keep that up. Also need to do heavies, so I keep the major mending up, which gets plus 40% uptime from your rules. It's kinda important. Very balanced PG. JK, how you doing? Heal a little. I don't know about the rune ward, the impervious. I think we'd have more max sustain if we did the other morph. Because I can just dump the crux on it. Then if you use dump the crux, you can have a bigger shield afterwards. If you use the other morph. And it's free, so you don't spend magic on it. It's probably better to do that. Why is this 153 ulti? Ew. It's expensive. Let's save the Avu, or try to. Shocking dog is not allowed. Slowly learning this though. Or data. Good key bearing, but it's honestly not really necessary. We can drop a meme ultimate here. Just get the ulti, I guess. Oh, and another upside, if people are using BFP, you can still shield them. You can't heal them, but shields still work. It's such a silly build. Like maybe the back part one could be something else. Like I don't hate the vamp train idea. So all we really get is just the minor force from him. That's alright for the team, I guess. Giga. 37-0. Yep, I'm very, very proud of this. 7k damage, no healing, yes. What's Gerald? Can you check your CMX? How much was the damage shields there? It was kinda one-side PG, but it's like noticeable the shields you get. Oh, Conti actually, never mind. Maybe we don't drop Conti. Yeah, like now it's top shield. It was 5%. 50% of your healing. Oh, how much was your healing in total? Probably not that much in that PG. Shielder feel better? Yeah, for sure. What's up, Swally? How you doing? 800 HPS? Not a lot. Oh. That's like 150k? I mean, it's not bad, I think. If it's on everyone, because this is also like almost entirely AoE heals. A lot of group ups too. It's major protection, minor heroism, minor courage, and minor force. So I think you also put this on allies, right? Yeah, you do. Oh, and minor regions as well. And minor evasion from a ship here. It's actually not 20 seconds, it's closer to 30 with your volts, I think. Your volt also applies on buffs you put on allies as well. Okay, I still want to get a BG where it's not like super one-sided. But so far I like the build after the changes. It feels pretty
The
solid.
Ivory Brigade has need of you.
It's the one crux shield, 22% uptime. Major protection only 19% though, but it's probably because it's going on teammates a lot instead of myself. I'd say it's worth it though, like this shield is also very nice to have. Although it's only 5% here, but... Your rules belongs Sun, doesn't it? No it doesn't. It increases duration of shields and major and minor buffs. Sun is not any of them. I wonder if it increases duration of the resto skill though. I can see it on the tooltip if it does. It doesn't. 12 seconds only. See, like Warding Soul is 8.4 and it's 1.4 on the big shield. Not sure if I like the Impervious though. I don't know. Which one is the bigger shield? You can probably see in the first PG. That's the heal, and that's probably the bigger shield, so 5.2%. Nah, yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Not not on this build, to the way we play this. 'Cause you don't wanna really spam that. It's really nice if you're spamming it. Not really otherwise. Domination. I mean, better game mode at least. We have Unite again. Wait, how do we... There. Now we can find him. And this shield is like 12 seconds. So maybe it's good to have here. So that's a long time. I think the build is probably And I'm min-maxed actually. Or feels like it so far. A Death Sigil, I guess we come for damage straight away. I got that. Go heal B man. In a bubble here. We're students. Over here. Yeah, I don't like dumping crocs on this rune ward. And you do need to dump crocs all the time. So we should use the other one. Some minor force and all the minor buffs.
No, they've captured the point.
So having these stam costing shields is also nice, so you need to play this on stam character, I think, or stam build. It's gonna roll off this ship, right? No. Would have been funny. And I guess if we drop low on stam and we wanna do AoE shields, we can switch to Conti on the back bar instead. All this sprinting is gonna ruffle the stam sustain. Hey Alex, how you doing? Okay, lolo. There is also a chance that all of these PGs would be a lot less one-sided if I wasn't spamming heals in one team. Or shields. So it might be kinda hard to actually find a PG that feels not one-sided when you're playing this kind of shit. The opponent team would also need a healer, basically, and maybe 10. But it's good practice though, I learned the build a little bit. Okay, we have to dump the crocs so we can get the minor buffs, minor heroism and damage shields and whatnot. We have a bot ready if needed. See if we can tank this. Would be very surprised if we can. We should probably try to win the PG too. Just stand here and keep two of them occupied, I guess. Yeah, we're not really taking damage against two people. But we were taking damage earlier with the bowprocs and overlords and whatnot. So I don't know. Oh, I got a killing blow. Nice. Here if I wanted to, I could just ult again. And I think because it's mostly damage skills that are not affected by powers, the decisive trait is also best in this one. On the weapons. It's a lot of ults and...
Yes, we've captured the point.
Can I see the durations here? No, it says 6 seconds, but I'm pretty sure it gives you... like 9 seconds with the your ults.
That time is running out. Magnificent! We've seized the point.
Uh-oh. He's in trouble. Save him. Where are you going? Could have fought them. I didn't have Rune Guard, that's why we take damage. I really need the tracker for that. I'll probably set it up after this. I need to post it on Discord too. You don't always notice if you proc your Rune Guard. Like sometimes you get a bow proc for example and you drop low and it heals you instantly. You don't realize that you actually spent the Rune Guard on that. Let's go tank them. See if we can. Oh, PG over. 50k and 0k. Perfect. Oh, some of them died, but hey, what can I do? What can I do about that? Killed more than the healer. Yeah, apparently. Okay, I set up the tracker next. Having tracker for the warding bond could be good too, because I don't always see if it's active on someone. And you can like cast it on this guy, for example. Weird. Okay, I need to check something. So that's a 9 seconds shield, or like 8.4 or something like that. That's 9 seconds of heroism and protection. So normally you get only 6 seconds. So you kinda need to double butt your rolls. Always. I did off Kaiden. Yellow. I think we changed the impervious morph. I don't know, the other move just feels better
Scourge of Blackheart.
on a build like this.
You there.
We change that
The
and
Ivory Brigade has need of you.
figure out the rune guard tracker of that. How much is the voting bond doing? There's no way for me to tell, right? It's a bit of a problem. Oh, rest of stuff healed some people. Should get the heal at the end of the heavy. But otherwise it's all shields. I wish this also healed yourself. That would maybe be OP if it did. But could be, this could be like Soul Burst, for example. If I did Soul Burst, I could have Minor Expedition. It could have like the Ulchan. Maybe I need that. If there's no one to really voting bond in a BG, then maybe this one is better. Also, is there any situation where you run the other move? Probably not. You do get CC immunity and some armor, but long cooldown. Tracker for Rune Guard? Oh, you have one. Nice, thanks. That should help quite a bit. Oh, it's a bar like this. If you drop below 50, does it disappear?
Fancy yourself a friend to all
This is only for the
I know some that need your help.
burst heal, right? I don't know if I can drop below 50 here. I need to find some more mobs. Maybe Gary's Catacombs or something. I have too much health reason to drop below 50. Okay, gonna test then. Like, you can't really track it here with all the other billion buffs that we do. Sometimes it just disappears and you don't notice it. But if it's on like middle of your screen, then you kinda know if you have it up or not. It's like having extra 10k health basically. More than that on this build, because we don't have the armor buff, which means that we need to give the rune guard up for the armor as well. Super important. Oh, also it's still not leveled. It's gonna be a bit stronger, I think. 8k. It's gonna be 8.3k. Okay, small buff. Is this enough mobs to actually drop below 50? It should be, right? So let's see. The moment we get a kill, this should disappear. Yeah, it does. Okay. Nice. Works. Gotta make sure that's always available. I can untrack this with Surrender. And that's not good for just this build, but any Arcanist build, really. Can move it to a good place. Maybe like here, maybe? Below the health bar. Kinda wanna see the tick tracker. Oh, and there's the debuffs here. Okay. Need to move it down a bit. Need to actually redo these icons too. Maybe here. If I don't see this bar, it means I need to recast them ASAP. Okay, let's try one more BG perhaps. This could also be Impen. I have one well fitted right now, but Impen would probably be better. Oh, also weapon spell damage on the weapon is doing nothing right now. I should change that. Maybe a shield cliff on the front. Then on the back bar I could do like weakening or something. Not sure. Or I could do Oblivion Glyph, have some damage. Is there anything else that makes sense? Maybe absorb stem or stem sustain. 54 every 4 seconds. It's a little bit at least, but I feel like weakening is probably the most value. But I could also have that on the back bar. Now let's do it on the front. Keep the shield here. If we need to go for the buffs and whatnot, we do 1 light attack and we get like 2k shield. That's something, I suppose. I need to untrack this, so 194646. I guess we do another BTM. I should also have the boarding soul properly. If you want to use that one. Hey MRK, thank you for the raid. How's your stream? Welcome everyone. Playing some shield support. Figured out some pretty good improvements for this build. Hope you had a good stream. This one we probably do just the ulti. Why is this one 3 and the other one is 4? Weird. An expedition. Drill plus ready to take over for the Shield Arca build. I just switched off, it's not gonna be happy, but I just switched back to... Wait, why is there like an announcement? I switched back to Spite Forward instead of the other one. Just feel like it's a little bit better. Okay, hold on, what is this PG? Where am I? So that way we still have magic afterwards. I don't know what kind of BG I got into. But it's a good test, I suppose. Roots, we can heal roots. Or not. I need to recast the Rune Guard. I set up a new tracker for that. Okay, kinda launch them, so we switch to the contingency. Also try to shield this guy with the beam. Let's make this guy unkillable, beam machine. That sounds fun. Get them. Get all of them. No, I need to... fucking rebuff. No, 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 don't run. Don't run, I shield you. Okay, we have the bubble. Can heal up there. Also need to rebuff a little bit. Give him the Menders thingy. Need to recast Rune Guard again. This tracker is super useful. I feel like it makes a difference. Okay, no, I need the bubble here. I need to pot. It's the whole team again. Why am I taking so much damage? Okay, great. You have the sigil or something? It doesn't feel like sigil. That's not good. That is not good. Need to stream snipe you in order to test the build. It would have been useful, I think. I don't know if there's like, how do I survive that kind of shed? So I don't have streak, so I need to kind of manually move away from a fight. I think I need the soul burst. I need to go for the minor expedition. This beam is kinda useless. It feels like. It doesn't help my own durability at all. It just goes on the teammate and that's it. They either make use of it or they don't. If my own durability is a problem, then I need to fix that first, right? So I think it's a soul burst angle. Because I think minor expedition there and I would have survived. It's a sigil there. I'm not gonna pick it because there's nothing for me here.
Outstanding. We've secured the point.
But I shouldn't be dying on this build. It's a sign it's not really fully cooked yet. Not really fully cooked. But it's way better than what it was last stream.
Grace, the point is
So I figured out some problems with the build earlier. Like for example, using Runement is really bad with Hierophant. Like super bad.
strength. The point is lost.
You see, like people just fucking leave. I give them the beam for the shield, and they just fucking leave. Even if I have gibbering up. I think I need to just drop that.
We've secured the point.
We have another gibbering.
By Oriel, Grace, the point is ours.
The capture point has moved.
Yeah, like breaks too easily. Let's see if I can tank here. It's not the whole team, so I should be able to. I kinda wanna kill them too, though. No, it's a lot more, but should still be able to tank here, I think. The line of sight. We have a gibbering up. I can't really cast the beam even, because this line of sight. On people I'd cast it on. I didn't need to refresh that. Still had it available. It's a mistake.
By Oriel, Grace, the point is ours. Outstanding. We've secured the point.
Use the pot there, just gibbering again. Give him the whole shield. It's quite a lot of people though. Give him the AoE bubble there. I can't save him. There's no chance. I didn't need to recast that either. Can do gibbering? Yeah, this beam is not in. It's just not in.
By Oriel, Grace, the point is ours. The capture point's moved.
I guess the beam there, but he's just insta dead. can do keepering. My heal went off. Need to recast him. So everyone gets the major pot, minor heroism. We give people minor force, minor courage, all the minor regions. Most of his build I'm happy with. Also giga stats always. 0k healing. OP healer. Let's give this guy the beam. And I cannot save him. No matter what we do there. My thing is running out. Okay, fine. We win the BG at least. Oh, look at this guy go. It's the beamer. 18-3. Someone do the shoutout? No, Mutsa slacking. Does it make sense being a support without a group? I mean, that's what I always play, solo BGs. If you play in an organized group, you can't really build around it. You can't build around it because in organized groups you're gonna have someone with like buffs that you already have, and you need to change your gear based on that, and it's kinda impossible to put out any healer builds for organized groups, but you can still do solo healing as well. You can build for things that keep you alive, and then buff your team if they don't have the buffs. If they have the buffs, then, well, they don't get them, but they get the healing still, and the shields. Yeah, I think we Q again, and we try Soul Burst instead. Just almost 30 seconds of minor expedition. We happen to be in combat, thanks to the Gerwals. One extra shield that we can cast on the front bar. So you can rotate this and this for AoE heals. Switch to back bar, get the minor force, another shield to stack. Should be better, I think. You're a lot faster. I need to clean up the UI a bit, I think. Maybe I do it after stream, because I had different... I made the icons bigger. I forgot what size it was on the other characters. And I made the tracking better too, so it shows the short duration here, and the more duration you have, the further it is on the left. You can like know which ones you need to rebuff in which order.
You there! The Ivory Brigade has need of you. You there. The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
There is no...
That's level 2 now, nice. These buffs too, if you are in combat, you leave the area, it's 14 seconds. It's way easier to keep up than without your rules. Oh, also, isn't this for the whole team, the Moon Expedition? It is, I think. That's also nice. Make you group super fast. Was also considered barrier. That could be interesting. Because you get cost reduction from creative rune forms. Not sure if that's quite as good as Gibbering though. Probably not. But you could run that without the Soldier of Apocrypha. Just get the bigger shield and cost reduction. You do some like Shadow... Actually no, not Shadow. It's probably not worth it. You should have to build around weapon spell mass, I think. It's not health scaling. Never mind. So Gibbering is pretty much the only option if you wanna cheese your wolves. Yeah, some cursed queues already. There we go. Deathmatch. Wait, how many shields do we get if we do this into this? It's 14k shields AoE. And what's the cost on this one? 3.8. That's quite expensive. It's a bit more than the resto skill, but the problem with resto skill is that I have to spam it. people run out of range. Okay. We got this team. I didn't check the schedules. Not ideal. They have speed and dev schedule. That's fine. What's on the other side? I don't see it. Ulti. Okay, they don't have damage schedule. That's fine. They have a healer in the back? You disgusting. I'm gonna just run in actually. If I take damage, they get shields. And I can take damage. One of our teammates is dying somewhere, I have no idea where. Will we bop down? He's dead. Ooh, can I... Fuck. Can't save him. Maybe I could just pick the wrong heal. Or shield. Yeah, this feels a lot better. It's so fast now. It's even more AoE shields. You're gonna have to build for the speed when you don't have streak or ball lightning. And I definitely want to avoid doing that. Set that on too many builds. Actually, should we even have rest of stuff? I guess you get more healing if you rune ward when you log out. But we don't really have healing otherwise. You like sword on board for more tankiness. Can I save him? We can. Yeah, okay, so the rest of skill is just Garbo. This feels better in every way. After dropping that. Someone died somewhere. Got a sprint bug, yep. We may have cooked with this one finally. You want sigil? No sigil? Bad picking. No, we don't have Magicka, but we have Stam, so we can spend the Chakram.
Nothing can save from now.
No, we have magic, so we use the soul burst instead. It's perfect. So skill line's underrated. Usually I think it's kinda garbo, but it works on this one. Because you benefit so much, from the health scaling, and you're gonna wanna buy bar space as well. You could do Restoring Light, you could get the rune for self-heals and whatnot, but it wouldn't be as much value, I think. Should only run it for the rune in that case. Here we get more regens, more health regen in particular, with Geos Cities and all of that, and we get the major evasion for tankiness. It makes all of the shields tankier when you think about it. Minor resolve, major resolve? Yeah. With major evasion and snare and rutimity. It's actually the main reason for this. So otherwise we'd have to roll out of every route and you'd run out of stam then. Or you could get snared and then people catch up to you. This is 6 seconds of snare and root immunity. That's 30 seconds of major resolve when you cast that, or something like that. Let's see, major resolve 20 something seconds, and major evasion is like 30 seconds, I think. It just fits the build really well. But yeah, there are things about Shadow that I don't really like too much. Will it actually look strong? Or they shield support? Oh, compared to that one, yeah. Low-key rage bait. Yeah, there were some things I was doing wrong on that. Like, I think the Runement as a heal, for example, that's the biggest issue. Because you want to run Chakram. Runement is only like one target usually that you heal on. Which means you don't spread your buffs enough with Hierophant. Also running Portal meant that we get the Crux and then we don't get the Heroism or we don't get the damage shield. Damage is always like 5%, you get that for free basically, because you still get the full uptime major protection, I think. Or almost full uptime. Or maybe not 44%, still fine. Heroism 40%. What's the Superstar? I can show it. I need to update this on the website as well though. Eyelet, how you doing? How do you get add-ons for ESO? Let me show you, and if you play on PC, there's a program called Minion. It's pocket heal you. No one else deserves shields. Huh. If I have you in team, I might even slot the Resto skill. But I think most of the time you're better off with Warding Burst. Like, way better off with that. Wait, can I show this? I think so, yeah. So you want this add-on, this program called Minion. I think you add the game here. And you can search for the add-ons here. You search for the add-on and then there's a button to install it, and it's easy like that. You can also manually install. There's a website called ESOUI.com where you can manually find the add-ons. You can just copy paste them to the add-on folder, which is usually documents, the documents folder, else console 9 add-ons. Just copy paste them there, but it's way easier with Minion. Let's do one more. I want to get a BT where we don't have a good team. Mending Bone is a flex spot skill, to be honest. Yeah. I think like 99% of the time you're gonna want Warding Burst though. Like the expedition's just insanely good. And we're 3 Swift as well on top of that. 3 Swift and Steed Mundus. Who needs Streak? Who needs Streak? It also helps you stay close to your team. Because you have only 8 meter range on the on the AoE shields, right? So I think there's so many reasons why you want the move speed. Oh, and look at the synergy here with the what I just mentioned, the Steed Mundus. Not just for the speed, but also the health regen. So we have plus 15% from Shadow. We have plus 15% from the Minor Fortitude on Zena's disc. We have plus 30% from the potions. And then I think we also get health regen from the Soldier of Apocrypha nowadays as well. Only 81, but I think it's more on the back bar, 162. So we have a lot of modifiers for it. Let's stick in for it was 2.1k every 2 seconds. So you don't really need any heal over times. You have the damage shields and then you have the health regen just healing you up behind them. Subclass there are probably better options than Mending Bond. Yeah, I would say so. Banner also super nice. I kinda explained this earlier, but you don't want to generate crux with anything apart from your creative runement skill, because that way you cycle all of the buffs from Hierophant. But you can get 1 crux from Banner, because if you have 1 crux, then you get the shield. If you have 0 crux, you get nothing. So it's okay to get 1 crux, always. And then afterwards you get ulti, which means that you get more Gibbering Shelters, which combos perfectly with the Decisive. So you sometimes get extra ulti from that. What's this add-on that sorts item spy sets? This auto category. Now, Arcade Fires, how you doing? What's the state of the game like these days? Never played ESO before. For a new player, not too bad, honestly. Not too bad. There's just a lot of us veterans are a bit frustrated with the game because there was no content in the last update, basically. There were only... but there was content for PvE. They released like this other half of the zone. Of the latest DLC, but there's no like PvP changes or anything that would change how the game plays for most people, but will be slow in team. I think we have a pretty solid team. They have a pretty decent team as well, though. That's a glorious beard. Well, thank you. But yeah, for new players, like, you have a lot of stuff you can do in ESO. If you like PvE and questing and all of that, then you have probably like 10 years worth of content. For PvE you have Battlegrounds and Citadel, just like the open world PvP zone. But I usually do BGs. I do Citadel every now and then, but can be pretty rough for new players, I'm not gonna lie. If you wanna do PvP in this game, I would start in a smaller... I would start in a bigger group in Citadel. Wait, they picked the... okay, I did that too late. But they're on this side. Okay, let's shield this Lobo. Put the chakrams here. I don't know what sigils they got, could have been damage sigil, but... what are they chasing? This poor guy is getting absolutely chased down. It was kinda tanky, survived the whole team. Can do another gibbering here. Means we can position more aggressively. Just absorb damage for the team. Bit low on stamina, so we chill. This time skills. No! I had to do the heavy there. Need to rebuff. We do have a bot here. We do have a gibbering as well. I don't want to use the pot yet. Looks like a waste at the moment. Died, not enough shielding. Yeah. I was slacking. My bad. I'll let him down.
There's more blood to spill.
Man, I wish you could see the amount of healing that shields provide. I don't know why they can't fix that. I should probably make a forum thread about that or something. Because that has been a bug for ages. Like, all of them get the shield, that's just fucking broken. Actually, not all of them, I think only 6 of them, but most of the time all of them. In 8v8. Dump the crux there. We buff with the chakrams. Someone's... Okay, someone died. Not sure where. Just follow this lobo. Use the pot there. This guy needs extra healing, so I'm gonna give him the single target shield. I'm also kind of slowly learning how to play this build as well. We can be more efficient with it, for sure. Hey, what's popping? Hate to be on the other team, yeah. I don't usually, like, it makes the BGs very one-sided if you have a healer in one team and no healer on the other team. So I don't usually play healer, but I have only healer builds to update left. Like, pretty much all the other builds are up today. It's been working on those to that, but I think this one is cooked. I think we've got the right build now. This has been very solid. And look, no one in our team is taking damage. And that's just like you see that that like lighter color, that's damage shields. That is all of the damage shields. It's like half his health ball. Nice. GG. And yes, it says 0k healing, but we did not do 0k healing. Spoiler. Or well, technically 0k healing, yes, but needs to count the shields too. I don't feel rewarded for doing these PGs. Okay, I think we can do a normal BG on some other character. It's enough testing, I think. I need to update this on the left side. That's the superstar for anyone curious what we're running here. What's the shield healing bug? So the damage shields you put on other people, they don't count towards healing in BGs. You don't actually see them in CMX either. If you look at healing done, it doesn't count as your own healing. It counts as self-heals for the target that you put the shield on. Which kind of sucks when it comes to like seeing what you did in the battleground. So it just shows us 0 there instead of what would probably be like millions of healing technically.
You there. The Ivory
So we don't have any
Brigade has
actual
need of you.
heals on this, it's only damage shields. That's a damage shield, damage shield, damage shield. That's a self only. Heal and shield, that's only the damage shield. It's only shields. There's no heals. So you can be like super effective in the BG, but the scoreboard doesn't reflect that. It would be nice to see some see support getting some recognition in the BG. Normally you do if you play a healer. It's only if you use damage skills that you don't really like see how effective you were in the BG. But like when it comes to shield support, yeah, it would be nice if they fixed that. What do we play? Something chill. Something chill. I don't want to worry too much about KDRs and whatnot. I'm gonna enable the add-on again. I haven't been tracking these BGs at all. Could just play the Stem Sork or Brawler DK. I think this is the Bow Sork. Let's play the Bow Sork. It's a new build. Hey, what's JKX? 1 bar bow build. I would not play 1 bar. Actually, I would play 1 bar bow build on a werewolf, where you don't actually stay long in the human form. Because I think you still get the expedition if you docile as a werewolf. It's bugged. You still get that weapon passive. Unless they fixed it. I'm not sure if they did. But 1 bar builds are usually not really super amazing, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on the point of view. There's a new thing. Nah, it's some Mage Light. Never used that. We're gonna skip that one. Is there some free stuff? This announcement keeps popping up every time I log on a character. Weird. Thanks for doing those set videos, by the way. I haven't seen them all yet, but a lot of knowledge in this game is insane. Oh, thank you. Glad you're enjoying them. I still have 2 more parts to upload, but
One of us
almost got the whole tier list on YouTube now. It's a long series because I can't really skip things, so the videos wind up being hours long. So many item sets in ESO. There's it reads here 696 different item sets. Actually over 700 if you count the special sets that no longer drop. It's like 701 item sets or something like that. It's a lot. think I was doing Ortsoga on this. With the Elite Torque. Fast pop. You have 15 pots. 650 of them are useless. I don't know if 650, but a lot of them are, yeah. Only like 600 or like 550 or something like that. There are more useful sets than people think. Or sets that can be really good, but in like very specific situations. Like for example, the recent Nightblade healer build I made. This mythic is insanely good, for example, but you don't see many people running. You could go from like just like 77% block mitigation to 97%. So basically stop taking damage while blocking. You can just hold block and spam heals infinitely with siphoning. Okay, we are tracking the beaches again, so let's try not to do anything stupid here. And just nod at it. 2 death sigils, I think that's the death sigil in the distance. Crazy King, so we have to go on the flags. Oh no. I would show the group chat, but it's not moving. They're not happy about some 16k health in our team. But I mean, if you have 16k health in your team, there's a very good chance there's one in the opponent team as well. I can steal their death sigil. Okay, they don't care about it. And bop that. That's a healer. There's the armaments bow proc there. Can I streak? Thank you, game. Bow proc down, bye. Still a little heavier. I think that was a damage zero. Okay, this guy's squishy. We can do armaments in the bow. Streak stun. I should die to this, right? I dodge sauce. That's unfortunately also a healer, though. I should activate Overload, actually. Doing stupid stuff here. Bow proc him. Poison injection. We get the full execute modifier there. So rebuff. Gonna kill there with the dots. Gonna untoggle the overlord, so we can start building the cannon. Again, don't need to really spend it here, I think. Sadly, the armaments went on the wrong target, so we didn't get the bow proc, armaments bow proc on the one we wanted to hit there. Still the healer, there we go. Seems like a pretty one-sided beach here. Can kill teammate here. Nice, fine. Like the sets, they make builds unique. Yeah, very often also like what's off meta, if you use the classic term, or classic definition for the term meta, is not what people think. Meta is most effective tactics available, right? Many people interpret that to mean popular. But what is popular is not the most effective, even like most of the time. So you'd be surprised like how well things can work if you venture outside of the realm of popular, and there's different things. Like, sure, there are some builds that are just popular and they're the best build that can be made for that playstyle, but very often that's not the case. I can't bow block there, there's no line of sight. Voice of taken Griffon Surprise Hollow. Been using it and it's surprising, but if you miss it out, it's very inconsistent. The damage can be good if you do manage to use the synergy, but it's very clunky. So if you're hitting multiple targets, for example, you need to be targeting the one with the one that you critted. So otherwise you can't use the synergy. So let's say I broke it on this guy, I crit this guy, but I'm targeting someone else. I can't even use the synergy then. And some teammate can also steal it, and you have a pretty long cooldown on it. So it's not really consistent. In like 1v1 it probably works best, but I think 1v1 meta is it's a little bit different. You have Relicants and Firebrands and whatnot to compete with. We have 5 and 4 Valor. We are winning the pitch here. Silver scale, definitely not popular, but so fun, and you can do it effective. Yeah, I use it on my Stamcrom, so I do think it's the best option on that. Oh, I didn't get my heal? The heck? Dude, big cloaking. I was gonna do Overlord Heavy there if he was alive and got shot, but not needed. Untoggle the Overlord again. Haven't used Ballista yet. Ballista is what really allows you to get kills if you fight someone tankier. Ballista Shriek is such a fun combo too. Just one guy here. I don't know if he got a sigil. Oh, probably not, because there's a sigil here. So we're gonna yoink. I should actually saved him. So I'm gonna flip the flag. Now I should pick the sigil. We lost like 5 seconds of the duration for no reason. Not ideal. This guy's super dead. Because we have sigil. Yep, it's the Armand's bow proc. Good luck. Armand's bow, dodge. It's funny when people don't also. Yoink. Yeah, the reason Sivara is so good on the Stamcrow is because we needed a dot on that one to proc the crit surge heals. It also serves to proc poisoned, which you can't really do otherwise without changing clips. Really good on that build. Armament's bow. Snitch. Armament's bow. Do we drop a ballista on someone? I'd like to drop one ballista at least. Okay, let's drop it here. Kind of waste of a ballista, but. Virus Pepito, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Okay, well, BG is gonna end here, I think. Oh, GG. Kind of whatever damage, but it is what it is. Does Falcon work well in open world or melee dueling? If you can focus one target and there's no line of sight, then yes, it really falls off when there's line of sight, or if you're in a group fight. Because of the short duration on the buff. If you fight someone who's line of sighting, it will fall off, and then you have to build it up again. It's really good if you build it up, but that takes time, right? Able Jess, thank you for the follow. Thank you. So it's mostly a dueling set. Or XV1 set, if you have like a small group to run off the people within Isurdil. Hard to focus one target in Zero, yeah. Like no matter what, it's not gonna be consistent in Zero. Because you'll always have situations where you don't outnumber your opponent. And then you have like one kind of death item set. It's doing like 2% damage or something like that. But yeah, this 10 PM, I'm kinda hungry. I could do maybe one more BG. Some other character though.
You there. The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
Maybe I'd play the stem deck. There's no streak, so could be very careful with positioning. As always.
In the market.
XMP check, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Wait, I didn't do the end something, how? Oh, I didn't do the event crafting. Oops. Try to always do this on every character at the moment. Almost done with the collectible thing. It's pretty good money too. Really fast. And you get like things to sell. A couple days ago I was at 3 mil gold, so I'm getting close to 4 mil now. Thanks to all the Brit spamming. But the dot builds are falling out of favor. I'll prefer a high burst combo. What's your take on that? It's definitely more burst builds than in the past at the moment, but dot builds are still there. I wouldn't say that they're like completely disappearing, but there's a lot of people doing the Nightblade bow procs at the moment. It's a little bit broken. But you can still do things like Relican and Gerlos and Firebrand, and you can even combine dot damage and burst damage, which is what I do on the DK I'm about to play. For example. 'Cause there are weaknesses to burst builds too. If you don't have any unblockable or undodgeable CC, for example, your opponent always has a way to avoid the burst damage. Especially with unblockable or without unblockable CCs. If you fight a perma blocker, for example, that might just be unkillable. And there are many perma block builds. Especially with subclassing. Or many builds that can work. I won't say that there's many people playing them, but it's a playstyle that's kinda easy to set up at the moment. And there's also counters to bow procs. If people start playing those, you can see a lot more like actual counters, like the skill-wise. If people start playing more Winter's Embrace, for example, with Crystal Slap, more death stance, then you can see a lot less burst builds as a result. Left Ortsogas I do, so I can Q. Now with the Arcanstone, I don't know what build I should make next. So I think for the other healer builds, I need to... maybe not for Necro Healer, actually. But for the other ones, I need to do the... I need to get the trial set from Ocean Gates. So for the Templar Healer, Sork Healer... definitely need that set. Necro Healer, I could do a damage shield build on that too. I had an idea for that. Doing Bone Tyrant and Living Death and Siphoning. You get a crazy amount of ult and you can reduce the cost of Goliath with a little mythic that's not very common at all. But you can get a 15% cost reduction, run that with Potentates. You have 30%. Then you have Arcasis, so that's basically with Siphoning that's 64 ulti less for a card each ulti. So you can basically stay in Goliath 24/7. You get 30k health from that, then you have the plus 20% from... how much is it actually? It's plus 2% per corpse, but up to plus 20% from the Necro class script. You get max health from Shadow. Or no, you don't have Shadow on that, never mind. But you can have like 100k plus health and spam health scaling shields. That's probably the Necro Healer idea. Yeah, this is a dot build for example, but also a burst build. Because we have Whip and we have Scam Demise. So gonna build around both. People plays out in Greyhost, Ardent Flame, Stormcalling, Edric Spear, very tough and spamming Crescent Sweep all them. Yeah, also like lots of Stamsocks doing things like Masterlock and Master Dold, Waters and Ice, that kind of stuff. Jiren's playing that for example, very effectively. Speed downstairs, there's Def and Def. They have, I didn't see what one, which one they got. Gotta be a little bit careful in case it's a damage sigil. We did get the def sigil though, so it's probably fine if we just engage here. This guy's very out of pause, gets the Scam Demise there. So we can't really make use of. Def sigil's out. Let's go Koro here. He's getting... oh, he is the healer actually. Not anymore. Still in Koro, so that's not doing too much. I'm not going downstairs here, just line of sight with the pillar. It's more efficient there. Bit low on stam, but we can do a heavy here. Actually, just get the kill with the whip there. Do heavy on this guy. Pull heavy, stun him. Sell the stam, unfortunate. Nice the dodge there with the synergy. Could fight them in the base, but be a little bit careful though. Get stunned immediately. That's unfortunate. Get a few of them. Skokoro here so we can stay here, not worry about getting bursted. Can I save the whip for the next one? Okay, kinda wasted Koro. But better safe than sorry, as they say. We are not winning the B2. Should stay on the flags if we can. Let's go nice and proc on someone. Okay, teammates within the flag. Guys, 40k health. Need to stun here, land is scavenging. I didn't need to stun there actually. Use the bot, line side a bit. Hit the low health first. Will be way easier target, you can stun with. Just gonna let the Noxus spread, which gets a nice little execute modifier because you get guaranteed poison. So it's kinda like a semi-execute these days. Prince Altair, thank you for the follow. Thank you. So since they made a couple of patches ago, they gave Noxus guaranteed poisoned. And poisoned has a, like the moment you cast Noxus you get the poison tick. It does more damage if targets are low health, so it's kinda like an execute in a way. There's this scavenging, I don't need to actually use it. She's very dead. Don't need to CC him, I mean. So you can guarantee the scavenging demise lands if you CC when it's about to proc. We have the tracker here on the left of the health bar. Which is kinda necessary if you wanna play a build like this. Let's heal teammate here. Fully switch to offense. We CC, you see like it lands there, gets the kill. There's also a sound effect when it procs. That's a set that usually doesn't work, but if you have the tracker for it, and you have Saturn Dogs as an undodgeable, unblockable CC, the set starts working a lot better. Okay, we can't really catch him, but he doesn't dodge soul. This guy's very fast right now because he picked the speed sigil. Let's go for this one. Our set is on cooldown, but it should be fine. We don't need to whip there, he's squishy enough to die. Just probably flip the flag, not lose the BG. And block the Dark Flash there. And the mice gonna kill him. But proc somewhere else this time. He's gonna proc here. Okay, he dies without it. And I think for damage numbers, this is probably one of my highest damage builds, if not the highest damage. Out of all the builds I have at the moment. And stun him is gonna do mice lands. Like usually the numbers are a bit insane. So you're constantly dotting people. Yeah, Flames of Oblivion doing AoE damage. And Noxus. To poke the poison here. Okay, there it is. Scavenging is gonna proc. Lots of damage. Minor bone. From it as well. This amplifies the other dot damage. Let's go in the base. Do Flames of Oblivion, some AoE damage there. Let's see which one gets the scavenging. This guy, nice. Okay, well, GG. It wasn't that much this time. This got it more. Probably more AoE, like Soul Burst or something. TK build you got fun to watch. Yeah, it's a fun one. Like the damage is so good on this that you can kinda do duels on this too. Like I just for science I tested this in Alikir. It's like the dueling zone on PCU, and I was able to win quite a few fights against like full dual build Andes on this character. I do have a mythic, yeah, I have Sane Seducer. There was a reason for no monomyth.
You there. The Ivory Brigade has
Wait,
needed
what was the reason for no monomyth? You get more damage from Sane Seducer, but trying to remember. We don't have Minor Berserk, we don't have Major Force. Honestly, this could be Monomyth too, I think. You get less ulti while on back bar, maybe that's why. But Sane Seducer is fine. It's also group debuffs. So your teammates also benefit from the minor debuff. And you don't really need the monomyth defense when you have Koro. Ei Kokrahyydyn. Rapakades. Impressive, too much of a chicken not to run ice stuff Surun board on back bar. Normally always ice stuff for ice stuff restore sword and board, but thanks to Koro you can do Venom Arrow. It's also fine. And if you do monomyth, you build up the Koro a lot slower. I think that's the reason I went for Sane Seducer on this one. So you kinda wanna have more offensive windows and not have the minor timidity. It's very often you're on the back bar just out of range and doing dots and waiting for the Koro to come up. Will died. Wait, who died? The Marco number 1. I'm out of the loop here. Very out of the loop here. But yeah, it's not definitely not an easy build to play. You need the tracker. This is the icon. Tracks these Scavenger Mice. If you're wondering like why is this so important that you're able to track it, you need to be able to CC when it tracks. If you look at the damage, that's almost twice the damage of our spammable. It's 14.7k total. Whip, you get plus 60%. I think you have more damage on the Scavenger than you do on the whip, if I'm not mistaken. You have like a little bit more, so it's super important that you track the cooldown of the proc. Other than that, this build is you're gonna have to always position correctly because you don't have streak. You do have cleanse and dodge roll and major expedition after dodge roll. Another reason why bow is nice. So there's no space for race against time or any expedition buff. And you're gonna wanna use Venom Arrow for the major brutality. Also procs the scavenging faster and happens to be poison damage. There's just a lot of things that synergize with each other here. But yeah, the main thing is the positioning and like knowing when you can engage and when you need to stay at distance or close to line of sight, and when to dodge or when to cleanse. Of the more more tricky builds to play, I'd say. I would say more so than the mech decay, because the mech decay is you do have a ball of lightning on that at least, with more mobility. It's maybe squishier, but running Stormcalling always makes things easier. But anyway, I'll finish the Brits here and I think we find some of the raid. I'm getting kinda hungry. It also upload the next
These should make
tier list video to YouTube. Does anyone here play Enshrouded, by the way? There's a new Enshrouded update. Released the like water biome. Apparently. That's a good game. I played when it came out. I have to do another playthrough at some point. Yeah, Enshrouded. Could maybe set up a server at some point. Valheim better than Enshrouded? I like both. I think they both do some things really well, and like Enshrouded has more. I like the movement a lot in that game compared to Valheim, and the combat is better, but they're both fun. I think the vibe in Valheim is better, like just the music and the atmosphere. Like sailing is really cool. Don't have Enshrouded, right? Also, I think my chat is bugged, or the one of the chats. Is my my multi-chat here on this window, right? It's missing messages sometimes, like it doesn't show this one that didn't send. So I'm sorry if I missed any messages today. It's just sometimes it's not showing up here. Hey, what's Barconic? I was thinking about playing Enshrouded. There should be a sale Black Friday coming up. Yeah, it might be on sale. You're right. It's a good call. Oh, katsoin the quest as well. Still in display cam. Okay, let's see who we can raid. Many good options. Oh, I haven't read Akinos in a while. What's he up to? Doing some Cyrodiil? Yeah, I'll send you guys to Akinos. Always playing cool max health builds on Necro. Thanks for that. I'll see you all tomorrow. I could try to set up the Necro healer next, but we'll see. So that seems nice, not terribly grindy. Yeah, no, there's a lot of content though if you wanna like 100% it. It's just not a bad thing, but like building and stuff is kinda kind of easy in that game, from what I remember. Also, socials linked there, website, Discord, Twitter, etc. Enjoy Akino's stream, and see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.